All right. So, here we go. Find the z-score that corresponds to a cumulative area of 0.3632. Now, 0.3632 is an area or a probability. Does this chart read to the left or read to the right?
To the left.
To the left. Now, if you were to imagine a bell curve, am I even recording? Oh, I am. Good for me. Here, right in the middle, that'd be 50-50, right? So this is going to be more like over here a bit, because it reads to the left. So our z-score is going to be negative, that's for sure. It's going to be on the negative side, because it's below 0. All right, now how would I find it on this piece of paper?
Find where like the area of 0.3 is and then look around until you see it.
Okay, now by area, do you mean that you're looking like, look at me, Noah.
Yep.
You're looking at the numbers on the outside, or you're looking at the numbers on the inside?
The inside.
Inside, all right, so we're looking for 3632.
0.35.
Negative 0.35. Okay, you try 1B with your partner, please.
And I actually found it because I used the negative side first and then flipped it over to the positive side.
Very smart.
Four, yeah.
All right. Who wants to tell me how to do this?
I don't wanna.
We could.
I'm just looking for one person,
Which staff is?
because there are going to be 5 questions. 5 prizes.
So,
Natalie raised her hand. She went for it. That's right. Natalie did. Out of all of us, Natalie was the one. Do it. Do it. I'm so proud of you.
Okay, so like for percent you have to make it into a decimal, so you have to like move it to the left too.
Okay?
And then you write on your sheet for that number and it's negative 1.24.
But that is not quite right.
It's not?
No, that would be the answer if its area was to the left. It is to the right.
Oh. So then you subtract one, like 1 minus.
Right, so we do 1 minus this, which is point. You have a calculator. What is it? Point what? 1 minus 0.1075.
You're right.
that'd be 0.9025.
No.
8.8925.
0.8925.
There we go.
Okay, and now we're going to use Natalie's technique. Where you're looking up 0.8925.
Um, 1.24.
Right. So that's what I thought Natalie was doing in the first place. I thought she was just looking up the 0.1075 because it's symmetric and then throwing a negative on there, which would have worked. But for me personally, instead of doing the symmetric thing, I would have done this, the 0.8925, look that up. But you could, and I think that's what Noah was talking about earlier, is that he would just look up 0.1075, and since it's symmetric, know that it'd be the positive version of that. Natalie, go get a prize. All right, my turn. Find the z-score that corresponds to this percentile P5 That's the 5th percentile, by the way. I just wanted you to get used to it looking like that, because they'll put that on tests often. All right, so the 5th percentile, like, you guys know what a percentile is?
Yes.
Something like that.
What's it mean if you take like the NWAs and you, or MEAs, and you score in the 5th percentile for math?
I mean, you're good.
That means
You're really
you're
bad.
better than 5% of people who took that test.
You're better than 5% of people who took that test. Well, depends on, or, you know,
Like if you're like 95th, would be good.
yes, comparatively, yes. Remember, a percentile just compares you to your peers. So if it's something like you're being compared to other high school people and you're the 5th percent, yeah, that's pretty bad. That means that we've got some work to do, or maybe you need some special ed assistance with math. But if you were in the 5th percentile and you were going up against adult engineers, expected, okay? Like, it depends on who you're being compared to. If I was being compared to, like, if it was a race across the parking lot and it was me and a whole bunch of 3-year-olds, I bet I would win. I really do. And I'm not good at running, and I bet I could beat all those 3-year-olds across the parking lot. I bet I could. I'd push them down. I'd kick them. I'd be on my way. Like, I'd get it done, okay? Now, if you put me with a whole bunch of high schoolers and say who's going to be the first one to the other side of the parking lot, I guarantee you I'm not going to be a winner. It really depends on who you are against, okay? So, what z-score corresponds to the 5th percentile? What area should I be looking up?
20th?
Nope, I'm on this one. The 5th percentile, I'm looking up 0.05. Were you thinking like divide by 5?
Well, yeah, like a 20th, like divide 100% into.
No, it's not like the 1/5. It's literally 5%.
Yeah.
So 0.05. So I'm gonna look up 0.05 in the middle of the table. This happens actually quite a few times. Do you see how it's halfway between two different numbers?
Yeah.
It's halfway between, I'll show you on mine, halfway between 0.0495 and 0.0505. One is 100 thousandths above, and one is 500 thousandths below.
Oh.
Halfway between. So I'm gonna write negative 1.6 is a z-score. And then on the top, that would be between 4 and 5. So I'm gonna write 4.5, which is halfway between 1.64 and 1.65. You always go to the one that is closest to what they're asking for, unless they are exactly equally distant, and then you do the 0.5 between them. All right, your turn with your partner. Find the z-score that corresponds to the percentile of 20th percentile. Talk to your team.
So, you find where this goes to 0.20. About,
Okay. Well, the thing is, it's just slightly over.
right? And also just slightly under.
Oh, yeah, well, so just slightly under.
Well, it's more closer to this one, right? But should we find the difference and find by how much it is and get a more exact answer? Or
So again, just pick the one that's the closest.